We could have burned through a lot of ammo.
Good afternoon, everybody. You're watching The Hungry Handgunner. I'm Nick, and today, a word from our sponsors, Rain. Just kidding. Although, if you guys want to do something, let me know. Today, we're going to talk about some things that we have learned. Some things I have learned on my own, like weed eaters can potentially be dangerous. The other things we're going to talk about, let's see, in 2020, we had people fighting over toilet paper, things like that. You know, just there's been a lot that's gone on here recently. The gas shortage being the most recent thing, and I say shortage with quotation marks because, well, we know what caused it. We knew that, gasoline wasn't really short. There was plenty of it. It just didn't get to where it needed to go, and I was in one of those impacted areas here in North Georgia. So, as we have seen from society in general these days, whenever there's X amount of something and then that goes down a little bit, people start to lose their shit. It is not rational thinking at all. Like in this case, we knew, hey, this thing had been attacked by ransomware. They took it down to protect it. The big issue wasn't even that. The big issue was it had never completely shut it down. They had to start it back up and make sure that they were doing it safely, whatever. In other words, gas is coming. Just chill out for a second. You know, maybe don't make your 5th trip to Wendy's for the day or whatever. So there was that. People lost it, man. There's pictures, people filling up Rubbermaid containers and even bags, and just today's humanity being stupid. So anyway, where I want to go with that, though, is from the mindset of preparedness. Right now, it's not necessarily prudent for all of us to take an in-ground storage container full of gasoline and, you know, treat it and stabilize it and all that, because I'm pretty sure anything other than the ethanol-free gas is going to gel up over time. You don't want to do that. It gets expensive, and to what end? But maybe having an extra 2 or 3 5-gallon containers that you cycle through. You know, you can't leave them there indefinitely, but, you know, use them in your lawn equipment. Use them up periodically and refill them. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Also recognize that people are just dumb. As by and large, people freak out, people get nasty. It's all about number one, and to hell with everybody else. We saw that with toilet paper, hand sanitizer, all that stuff. Whenever there is something that makes the masses lose their crap, God help you if you get in between them and whatever it is they want. So, short little story that happened the other day. I get up early to go to work. Now, I'm not particularly I'm not a hard ass. I don't necessarily think I look all that intimidating or anything like that, but I had driven the car for a couple days, my little Dart that I used to commute with. It's a manual, things were good, but I had been working a lot, and left ankle's been bothering me, whatever, so I didn't really want to deal with the clutch, so I drove my truck that day. Well, I stopped at the gas station to pick up some go-go juice for me and some snacks and stuff for the day. And because of the gas station I stopped at, I parked at a pump. No big deal. Nobody was there. It was like 5 in the morning. Well, lo and behold, this Karen, we'll call her Karen. She acted like a Karen. Pulled up in an SUV. I didn't think anything of it. I paid for my stuff. I was getting ready to get back in my truck, and she proceeds to come after me pretty hard for being in the truck, saying, you know, I can't believe you're driving that right now with everything going on. And you just going to take all the gas, not leave any for anybody else. And I just look at her like she was crazy. Like I said, it's 5 in the morning. I'm like 1, maybe 2 cups of coffee in at this point. I'm really not up for that crap. And I was like, lady, I'm not even getting gas. I'm just getting snacks for the day. And she keeps on, and I basically tell her, like, leave me alone, or nice me is going to go away, and I'm going to hurt your feelings. She starts yelling for Dave. Well, it turns out Dave is probably about 6'6", probably had me by about 50 pounds, and he gets out of the passenger side of the vehicle and proceeds to, I guess, try to intimidate me with size, which, number one, I'm already kind of irritable in the morning. Number two, this lady has just ramped that all the way up. Proceeds to ask if we had a problem. I said, not yet. If you guys leave now, there won't be a problem. And they get in their car and go. But 2 things here. Number one, I could have handled that differently. I could have probably not been as much of a horse's ass about it, and kind of de-escalated the situation. But number 2 is I wasn't even getting gas. It's pretty easy to see that there was no gas hose going into the truck. But even if I had been, right, like, do people not have the right to drive? So anyway, that's just the attitude to watch for and be aware, I guess. Like for me, it's like, well, I could have really turned that into something it didn't have to be. maybe got my ass whooped in the parking lot. So there is that. But I think on a long enough timeline, though, we are going to run into people like that in some of these situations. And I think we just need to be cognizant of the fact that not everybody is going to look at the situation the same way we do, right? In my mind, there's really nothing to panic about here. Now, I wasn't going to do an impromptu road trip right now. I wasn't going to just, hey, let's go take a joyride. But, you know, life goes on. Kids got to go to school. I got to go to work. Just be smart about it. Maybe don't let your car idle all day long or whatever it is that people do to waste gas. But not everybody is looking at it that way. It says, oh my God, the news says we need to be worried, so yeah. Or so-and-so said nobody has gas, so if I can get it, I need to get all I can. You know, just, I guess, watch for those people and just say God bless you and help you through your handicap, whatever it is, and go about your day. So, just a life lesson at my expense. I know you guys are going to pick that crap apart with the gas station, coulda, shoulda, woulda, whatever, it's over. So there is that. But stay safe and don't flip out. Don't buy into the panic stuff. And just be aware that shit like this is going to keep happening, I think. All right, guys. See you later.